So I just finished the solstice excuse me, the solstice meditation at the plaza. The meditation itself was wonderful. It was definitely beautiful and calming. But after the meditation, I looked to my right and I saw somebody sitting with me. Or after the meditation, I played the drum. And then every time I would stop in the middle of the beat, I would hear a bunch of chanting, or what I thought was singing or something, next to me. And then I turn over and there's this man, like in some sort of chanting type of thing going on. And I look over and I actually go over and talk to him. And he had the 2 Corinthians thing on his head. He had a bunch of Christian paraphernalia on, and that was cool. And so he decided to engage me in a conversation. And it was a typical Christian conversation, and trying to get you and trying to promote their theology. And normally I kind of like wave away from those conversations, but I realized I actually want to engage people in that. Like, I'm doing my study and I'm trying to understand the history of Christianity and all that, so I can have these conversations with people. So I engaged him in the conversation, and what I began to realize is that it doesn't, with a lot of these people, they still have the mythical mind. It's like believing in the tooth fairy. Like, you can't. As we were discussing, he was telling me about his relationship with God and how God is the divine essence that's within, and you can't say anything against that, so on and so forth. And I was bringing up point after point, historical points, factual points, but none of that mattered because he had belief. He believed, and when you believe without fact or reason, that's interesting. Like, I've realized, like, you cannot penetrate that mindset. I was discussing with him, the fact that his Bible was constructed, and he tells me the Bible was written by God. I was like, huh? No, it was not. It was written and composed by men and discussed what was and was not real and true by men. But he was constantly pushing this. The Bible was written by God. It's infallible. I mean, that's the myth. The Bible is infallible. And it was so interesting. Like, I was fascinated by looking at his consciousness and his inability to process what I was saying to him. I was telling him facts, and he was arguing fiction. What the heck? So that is not the type of discussion that I see that I want to engage in. That's a truly fruitless endeavor. Like, I'm not gonna say it was a waste of time, because I learned. And so I actually am gonna have to engage in more and more of those conversations, so I could learn more and more about the dynamics that exist within those conversations, because that's a certain dynamical conversation, and that's what I want. I just have to say that I would like to engage in those conversations more and more, so that I can, I guess, expose more people to a deeper understanding of their own ideological mindset and philosophy, because it has flaws, and it is something that has our people in a really tight vice grip. Our people in general. So it needs to be discussed, and there's a discussion that needs to be had. Peace.